Before we get into today's Chiefs mailbag, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel for more Chiefs news, rumors, free agency, draft videos, and a whole lot more, including mailbags like the one we're about to get into. So subscribe. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We will continue to have Chiefs coverage throughout the NFL offseason. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Let's get into this Q&A. Jose says, what matchup next season are you looking forward to entertainment-wise? Can't wait to play the Bengals again in Cincy. They owe some, Chiefs owe them some payback. Buffalo at home, that's going to be fireworks. So, yeah, I think the Bengals one is going to be one the Chiefs highlight because, they need to get that monkey off their back. That's the one team. They got swept by the Bengals this year, so they're going to want to win that game. RJ, what is the biggest need for the Chiefs? I think defensive line, because I don't know what's going to happen with Frank Clark. Melvin Ingram's a free agent. Jaire Reid's a free agent. You got to figure out your front four, and I think you got to be more disruptive there. Edge rusher in particular is an area I would look at, but I think it's your defensive line. Justin, do you think we need another running back, or do you trust who we got? Well, I like who the Chiefs have. I forget. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Jerick McKinnon, but I think Edwards-Helaire is solid when he's healthy. He's not great. Do you bring back Derek Gore, who's an exclusive rights free agent? Perhaps. Do you prioritize Darrell Williams? Maybe. I think the Chiefs are okay. I wouldn't be opposed if they had another running back, but it's not a priority. Ravens Manzan, who do you think is better, Chiefs Pringle or Robinson? Pringle. Byron Pringle's a better player than DeMarcus Robinson. Number one, he's a good special teams player. D-Rob does not play special teams. And number two, he's a better receiver at this point. So that's not even a question. Pringle's a better player, but that probably means he's going to cost more money. Mihu, do you see the Chiefs going after Juju? Been asked this a few times over the last couple of weeks. I think it's possible. I think they'll look at other guys as a potential wide receiver too, but Juju could be a fallback option, and I don't think he'll be that expensive, so I think it's a possibility. OG Beam, do you think Hill will take a pay cut after a bit of a lackluster season? Sure, he didn't have as good of a year last year. What do you have, 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns or something like that? It definitely wasn't lackluster. His contract could get restructured, but that wouldn't be taking a pay cut. That would be from a salary cap standpoint. That's it. John Williams used Chad Henne in a Taysom Hill role. I've seen you mention this before. Chad Henne is not Taysom Hill. He's also like 36 years old now. It's not going to happen. Cut Sorensen, you don't have to. He's a free agent. Just let him go. Appreciate the memories, Dan, but we'll see ya. Lorenzo Zoil, with rumors that the Cowboys will release Amari Cooper or DeMarcus Lawrence, what are your thoughts on either? I'd have interest. Both are going to be expensive, though. Amari Cooper makes $20 million a year. He's going to want at least 18. D-Law makes about 20 a year. He's going to want at least 15. Golly, this is just brutal. I don't know why I didn't drink my coffee this morning. Tough. I like both players, though. If you can get them under your salary cap number, then absolutely I'm interested. Kind of feel like they're going to be out of their price range, though. MDB, why doesn't Andy hate to run the ball? I think you're saying why does he? Appreciate the super chat. We won the Super Bowl with Williams having a strong performance, and yet we abandoned it time and time again. I think Andy Reid mismanaged the game. The Bengals adjusted and dropped 8 into coverage, and the Chiefs stopped running the ball. Why? I have no idea. That was a bad move, and he deserves blame for that. My answer is I don't really know. I'm sure he's watched the tape, and it's like, why the hell didn't I run the football more? It's frustrating. It's a tough one. He does get pass happy at times. Quinn Smith, could the Chiefs trade for Xavien Howard? They could. It's going to cost you a lot of capital and a pretty good amount of your salary cap space, but he's a true elite number one corner. We know Brett Veach is aggressive. He's an aggressive general manager that's always looking to improve this roster, so you can't rule anything out on that front. I would love Howard here. You put Howard on the outside, Fenton at CB2, Snead in the slot. You can just let Charvarius Ward walk. That's cool with me. I got no problems with that. Name a player you would like to see the Chiefs trade for. Let's hear it in the comments section. Pin comment on today's video. So if you get hit with that ad break, scroll on down and let me know a player you would like to see the Chiefs trade for. Baby Sosa, do you think we sign a receiver this offseason or draft one? For sure, one or the other, if not both, because you got to figure out what you're doing. I mean, Tyreek Hill and McCole Hardman are under contract, but after that, Pringle's a free agent, Robinson's a free agent, Josh Gordon's a free agent. So, you got to figure out what your receiver position looks like after Hill and Hardman. Alex Sefcik, a little irrelevant for the Chiefs, but in your opinion, is the NFL rigged? It's not rigged. It's not my opinion either. It's a fact. I get the frustration about the AFC title game, and I'm not saying that's what you specifically are saying, Alex, but I've seen a lot of the conspiracy talk. The Chiefs got beat, man. They had a lead, and they blew it, and they lost. I don't think it's rigged. If it's rigged, it's an insanely well-rigged sport. I will tell you that, because football is way too violent to be rigged, in my opinion. Garboush Acharya, release Ward, Clark, Sorensen, Robinson, and draft Jermaine Johnson and fix the defense. Okay. You don't have to release some of those guys because a few are free agents, but I hear you. Amani, I do not want to see Sorensen and Neiman play another snap for this team. Same goes with Hitchens and Clark. I don't think you'll see Neiman and Sorensen back. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you will. Anthony Hitchens is under contract. We'll see if they bring him back, as is Frank Clark. Both could get cut. I will say this about Hitch. I don't mind keeping him, but if he's taking snaps away from Willie Gay Jr. or Nick Bolton, that's a problem. That cannot continue. I thought that happened too often this year, and I agree with what you're saying. Shout out to BetUS. If you want to go do some Super Bowl prop bets, this is the place to go. Go to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code Chiefs125 to get 125% deposit bonus. Put down $100. Get 125 for free. If you want to bet on the game itself, I love the over. I've smashed it at 48.5. Put down $50 on the over to hit. Haven't touched the point spread yet, but that could change. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code is Chiefs125. Herbert, no relation to Justin. Thoughts on Patric Mahomes' retirement? The year is not 2037, so I don't know. He's not retiring anytime soon, so those are my thoughts. Beach 303, if Rodgers and Adams leave Green Bay, what would you offer Jaire Alexander if they have a fire sale? He's a hell of a corner, man. Be tough to get him, but I'd offer a lot because he is tremendous. Beach 303, you just asked this one. Appreciate the question, Beach. When it comes to Jaire, again, it's going to cost a lot. Mike Tilson, if Sorensen is here in September, Chiefs Kingdom will implode. I kind of feel bad for Dirty Dan just because he did a lot of good here, but this last year was bad. I think the Chiefs recognize that. Hopefully they do at least. It's time to go. It's time for him to go. Good memories. We'll always remember the play against the Texans, but no mas. No mas. SparkRoblox, how do you feel about the run game? What changes would you make to the offense? Just be more flexible is what I would say. Personnel-wise, I'd like to add another receiver, but be willing to run the football. Remember the Bills game last year in the regular season where the Chiefs ran it like 50 times because the Bills played heavy coverage? You can do that. There's no problem with that. If teams are going to drop 7 or 8 into coverage, you've got to run the football. And then that opens up the pass. So, yeah, just be more flexible. That's what I would say. Tony Fuentes says he loves it here. Tony, I appreciate it. You've been a loyal one for a very, very long time. Subscribe, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Join the movement like Tony. OG Beam, the Pro Bowl was boring. What's your opinion? I didn't watch. That's my opinion. I love the Twitter firestorm. This game sucks. This isn't football. It's been that way for years. The Pro Bowl's a joke. The players know it's a joke. And quite frankly, I don't blame them. They don't want to get hurt in the freaking Pro Bowl. They need to just get rid of the game. Keep doing the skill stuff. That stuff's fun to watch, where you've got, receivers doing passing challenges and stuff like that. That stuff's all fun, but the game itself, it's trash. No one cares. So yeah, it's my opinion is I haven't watched it in like 15 years. So there you go. Will you watch the Super Bowl? That I will watch, even though it's tough the Chiefs aren't in it. Will you, though? Have you gotten over the Bengals loss enough to watch the Super Bowl? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Will you watch Super Bowl 56? Patric Maher, if you were Veach, what's your first move as GM in the offseason? I'm making a conscious decision on Frank Clark. I think that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm deciding if he's a part of this team or not. 1A, 1B. That, and then I'm probably tagging Orlando Brown to buy myself more time to get a contract extension. Those two things. Then after that, you look at Honey Badger, external free agents, and so forth. So appreciate all the questions. If you guys want to follow me on IG, it's at HGramNFL. At HGramNFL, the place to follow me on social media, both on Instagram and on Twitter as well. Give me a follow. You can slide in the DMs. Always down to chop up some Chiefs and NFL football for you guys. Follow me on social media at HGramNFL. If we didn't get to your questions, ask me more over there, and I will be glad to answer them.